Hello, my name is Rachel Carlson, and I will be talking to you guys today about the Boys and Girls Club of America as a safe third space for children. So, this assignment covers 4 key concepts from my child and adolescent development course covering attachment theory, the impact of adverse childhood experiences, Piaget's stages of cognitive development, and protective factors. I interviewed the staff at the Boys and Girls Club of America to talk about these concepts. The Boys and Girls Club functions as a safe third space that offers supportive environments outside of the home and school and mitigate the effects of early adversity. Drawing on my conversation with the staff at the Boys and Girls Club, this presentation examines how developmental theories manifest in the day-to-day practices and experiences in the club. Ultimately, this analysis shows how organizations like the Boys and Girls Club provide important developmental support and promote resilience for children navigating complex life challenges. I was lucky enough to get an interview with 3 unit directors for the Boys and Girls Club. It was a simultaneous job interview with Kevin S., Ashley J., and Corey N. Kevin got his bachelor's in political science and communications. Ashley majored in human resources with a focus on nonprofit, and Corey got her MRS degree. Their academic paths varied, our conversations highlighted common themes in how early intervention with third space or safe third spaces like the Boys and Girls Club have had long-term impact in their own lives and also in the lives of the children who attend the club now. So for my first concept is the impact of adverse childhood experiences. Adverse childhood experiences are traumatic or highly stressful events before the age of 18, including abuse, neglect, and household challenges that can disrupt a child's brain development and have lasting effects on emotional, cognitive, and physical health. According to the Cleveland Clinic, ACEs affect key brain regions like the amygdala, hippocampus, and prefrontal cortex, leading to issues with emotion regulation, memory, and decision making. This can also lead to toxic stress. And prolonged exposure to toxic stress can impair learning and behavior in children in childhood and increase the risk of chronic conditions like anxiety, depression, heart disease, and substance use in adulthood. ACEs have been linked to a shortened life expectancy and higher likelihood in high-risk behaviors, making early intervention and supportive environments like safe third spaces essential for long-term resilience and well-being. So for my second concept is Piaget's stages of cognitive development. So Jean Piaget theorized that cognitive development happens in certain stages, each building on the last to shape how children think and understand the world. The first stage, sensory motor, which starts at birth to 2 years, is when infants learn through sensory experiences and develop object permanence. Ages 2 to 7, children are in the pre-operational stage where children begin to use language and engage in pretend play, though their thinking is still egocentric and rooted in perception rather than logic. The concrete operational stages are ages 7 to 11 and start showing logical reasoning, mastery of conversation tasks, and the ability to consider multiple aspects of a problem. In the formal operation stage, which is 12 years to adulthood, adolescents gain the ability to think abstractly and gain moral reasoning. While these stages a good framework for development, modern research recognizes that development is more fluid with children when showing abilities for multiple stages at once. The cognitive impairment related to exposure to ACEs interfere with cognitive milestones. Children who experience ACEs often struggle with attention, language development, and executive functioning, which can delay their progression through the stages of cognitive growth. Without timely intervention, these disruptions can persist into adolescence and adulthood, contributing to academic underachievement and difficulties in processing complex emotional or social situations. So for my third concept, it's protective factors. Protective factors can help buffer against the negative effects of ACEs and support healthy development. These may include strong relationships, access to education, and personal coping skills. In my interview, Kevin mentioned that while his own early environment was chaotic, a Boys and Girls Club mentor encouraged him to feel more accepted and make generational change, which allowed him to pursue leadership opportunities. This support clearly functioned as a protective factor, helping him develop confidence and direction in his life. While many youth may feel they have no future in academics, places like the Boys and Girls Club encourage exploring all aspects of the kinds of careers they want to pursue, offers a space for kids to feel safe, to make mistakes, and offer the guidance on how to grow in their own interests even after experiencing difficult childhood experiences. So why did I pick these topics to talk about? This interview has affirmed that what I've come to believe, that the environments we grow up in deeply matter, but so do the people and systems that come into our lives. The Boys and Girls Club offers children protective factors, consistent care, community, and mentorship that I know from experience can make all the difference. Through the lens of developmental child psychology, I saw how attachment, trauma, cognitive growth, and resilience play out in real lives. As I prepare for a career in education, this information helps to drive my purpose in becoming a great teacher. If I can be a steady adult in a child's life, someone who helps them feel safe, supported, and capable, then I've given them something I once needed, and that to me is the most meaningful way to apply what I've learned in this course. So in conclusion, this experience showed how attachment theory, Piaget's stages of cognitive development, the impact of ACEs, and the role of protective factors play out in real life through environments like the Boys and Girls Club. Safe third spaces offer children consistency and emotional support that help mitigate the effects of early adversity and help to promote healthy development. Hearing the stories of Kevin, Ashley, and Corey showed how early intervention and caring adults can change life trajectories, not only for the children, but for themselves as well. Going into a career in education, this helps me with the understanding that being a steady, supportive adult in a child's life can make a lifelong difference. Thank you so much for listening, and here's my works cited. Bye.